Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 7 of this LC house. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to create our laundry room, and then we added the deck. And as you can see in our laundry room, we have our washer and dryer, and we added a sink and the table and all of those. Now we're gonna continue working on this. What I want to do is add in the stairs right here and also right here. So what I'm gonna do is just edit in place, and then we're going to go to our ground floor and then just add or create an extrusion from here. So what we need to do is just set it at the top of this one, not on the ground floor. So we're gonna set it right here, and we could just have 200 millimeters from there, and we could just give it some space right here. Well, maybe 300 is more than enough, and we're gonna do it on the other side. So whatever we're doing here, we're going to do it on the other side as well, so that everything is uniform in terms of design wise. And then let's check it out. I think it's good enough to have this one right here, or we could make it 100 each. So this one is 200 and then one more for the steps. But looking at it, it looks like we should add in one more just for the top right here. So another 200 probably. Or knowing that our height is around 500, so we could just divide it 250 250 each. So I think that's more than enough. So let's go back to we could just delete that, edit in place, select that, should be 250. And then we could just increase this, increase it like that. I want to see how far is this one. Maybe we should put this one at 500 as well, so that the steps is 250 each. So 500 for the first step, click finish, and then add another one. And this one, we're gonna set this one at the top here. So once we set this, we should just add the one in the middle, and then this one should be 250 extrusion, knowing that everything is 500. And if we double check everything, it will look like this. I believe that is fine. We have it extruded like that. It doesn't look like it's too much, because we still need to add in. I think the steps here yeah, let's just add a step as well. So let's select that, edit in place, and we're going to add the same one. So create extrusion, and then we're gonna set it to the around here, to the base. I'm gonna put it 100 because the thickness that we have here is like that. I'm thinking of adding the total of this one right here, so we could just align it, because it's weird if we don't extend it all the way right there. And then now I wanted, so let's go back here and then pick new, work plane, and then we could just add, so let's just edit extrusion. I want to set this one, pick a plane, and then let's set it right here in the floor. So I'm just resetting it so that it goes right there, and it goes right here as well. So that's good enough. We have the steps ready there, and then what we could do is we could add in our outdoor dining table. So we could just go to furniture, and then here we have table, and let's look for a proper one. We could use this rectangle, and then CM, and then let's add it right about here. Let's see if we have something smaller. This one is wider. This is squared. So we could just leave it like that. And then insert some chairs. Seating. Locker room. Should just add something for outdoor, which we don't have. So we could just use this one again, CM, if we have that, because we already have it right here. So we could just CM on that so that it goes to ground floor, and then just quickly add, I think that's more than enough on this space, and then we could just select both of them, holding on control button, and then draw mirror, and then we have it right there. So that looks really nice for that space there. And then obviously we need to pull this one up, and then we should change the level to 500, to offset this to 200 because of the level that we use here. We could just double click on that, select this one, let's select all of them, hold on shift, all of them, and then release it first, and then that's selected, and then hold on shift again and unselect this one. Now we could just move it on top, or it's because of the elevation, so move to the nearest. Let's see if we could just change the height, which looks like we cannot. So what we could do is edit, default elevation is 200. So let's do this instead. Because this is set to ground floor. If we set this one, it will go up. So we're gonna leave that for now. It's not something, it's a floor base. So it's, as you can see, it's moves from the floor. If we pick new host, what will happen is pick new host. It's not pickable because it's not a floor host. But there's a trick here, that here I'm gonna put something. Let's see if RP or reference plane will work. So I'm gonna add in a reference plane right here, and then we can put it deck. So once we put that one, hopefully we'll be able to just add it on that plane and pick new host, and then hopefully we could just add. So let's try and CS. It's still working on this one. So this is basically a host space. I'm trying to just maneuver it to what we have here, but it's not working with me. So unfortunately, this is something that we cannot edit because of the host. And as you can see, even if we change the constraint default elevation, it's not working out. I'm trying to add 200 right here, but it's not going up. So not sure if we work here. We could just change this to work plane based instead. Load this, don't save it, and then override existing. And then now we could pick work plane. There we go. We could just change this now because we edit the family. So here, let's go to ground, select this one, and then edit work plane. We created a deck reference plane. That's the reason why I changed the name of the deck. Now we could just see, and then it will be placed properly on that. This one as well. It's probably a host space as well. So we could just edit this one and then check all of that. Don't save it, but override it right here. So now if we change the work plane to deck as well, it will follow as well. So sometimes you just need to edit the family so that it works. So here what we're planning to do is we're just going to add something right here as well. I was thinking of adding those pool layout chairs, and then here will be some of us like a barbecue area. So those are the things that I'm planning to do. Here I wanted to add probably a enclosed system for some bushes. So I'm planning to do that later on. So next thing we're gonna do is we're going to add a floor right here so that we could add the steps as well right here. So let's go to ground floor again. Let's save this project. And then let's hover right about here, and we're going to add in a floor. So click on architecture, click on floor, and this will be floor number 3. So we're going to duplicate. Edit type, and let's just leave it at thickness of 200. And then here we're going to do some concrete. So here we're going to put in precast concrete, or we could just put in cast in place gray. Click on OK, and then we're going to use pick line to choose all the lines from the inside. And then we're going to basically look at all the corners, making sure that to trim and extend, which is TR, on all sides like this. Make sure nothing is overlapping. And once you do finish, just click on check mark, and we'll basically see what it looks like first. And then here we're gonna have an overall floor. At the same time, what if we could just do the floor, the steps using a model in place so that we could manipulate that as well easily. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my section And then we are here under our floor. So as you can see, we have our floor right here. We're basically facing this floor, and then it's just showing the one at below as well. But we just need to know that this is our main door, and then we just need to add something right here that is up to floor number 7. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back to ground floor, and I'm going to extend this one so that we have something to base off, and we know that this is the last thing that we need to add the floor. So let's go back to section, and here this is the one that we're basing it off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on component, model in place, and this will be generic model. I'm thinking of using a concrete, but before that, let's click on extrusion, and we want to pick a plane, which is this wall. So we're going to base it from this wall, and we want to extrude it from there. Let's leave it at 100, but we need to change this to concrete first. So here under concrete, there's a lot of different kinds of concrete, so we're just going to use this, because once we're in Twinmotion, we could manipulate which one we want. Right now, I'm going to put in a rectangle that will be overall height, which is 500. What I want to do is form a steps from here. This is all of them basically is 500 total. So here I'm going to put 150, and then the step 150 again, and then the remainder will be 200. So I'm just going to use this one as my base, and then from here we could manipulate this one as well. So click on finish, go to 3D view, and we could just expand this one all the way there. We could use align, AL, to align it from here, from this face to this face, and we have this overall look of our main entrance, and it looks proper having this one right there. And the good thing about this is model in place. So if we want to extend this one, we could just move it right there, and then we can move this one as well. So from the look of it, we could just make everything looks the same from by just looking at it, and then changing it a little bit like that. Once we click finish, that will be what it looks like. And the good thing about this is we're not using stairs, and sometimes stairs takes long to do because some of them are not it's hard to manipulate the stairs sometimes. So sometimes I'm using model in place just to do simple stairs. But here what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a different stairs. We're gonna use the proper stairs to create our stairs right here. But before that, we're going to add the garden right here, and also on this spot. And then we're gonna use model in place in order to add those. I just want to have some bamboo around here. So I'm gonna use a bamboo tree, or I'm gonna add a bamboo tree around here, but I need a plant box to do that. So here under architecture, we're gonna add in model in place again and use generic model for that. So here we're going to click on extrusion first, and then change this concrete Instead of concrete, we're gonna use earth. We're gonna add in the earth first, and then we're going to add in. So here we have this one. Select that, press OK, and then I'm going to add it from here first. And then I'm just leaving some space for walkway. And then here we're going to add it as well. And then just delete this and then trim this one afterwards. And also we're going to add something right here as well. And then leaving some gap for the wall to come up. Here we just need to trim and extend, and then trim and extend as well. I'm planning to just push this one probably 300, and then we're going to maintain the 300 all around so that everything is uniform. And then we're going to just add an extrusion. Let's look at it at 3D once we add it, and obviously we're going to pull it up somewhere like this. I think the height is good enough. And then we're going to add another extrusion on the side so that our plant box is good enough. But knowing that this is tall enough, I just want the tall part to be on this side. But on this side, I just want it to be just small enough. So I'm planning, or maybe I'll just leave it like this. Obviously, I'm gonna put some grass as well here, not just earth. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go back to ground floor without clicking on finish, create again, another extrusion, and then we're going to put the ones on the side again so that we have something beautiful. And it's easy to maneuver. And then we could offset this probably 50 for the wall around. And then obviously we're going to close that off, and then this one as well. So click on right here, delete this first, and then select this one without an offset. And then let's not forget to change the material for something stone. And then we want to make sure to trim and extend anything that is overlapping, which is right here. Trim and extend. Let's leave it to probably 600 so that it's extruded enough that we could just extend it a little bit more once we're in the 3D. Here I'm just choosing another stone. I'm gonna use this one. So this one is already used. I'm gonna use slate then. Click on finish, and then finish, and then 3D. I believe this one is too high, so I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. I just want it to be just enough to have it. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit more, using that as my, there we go. And I believe that's good enough for me. I can put in a small tree right here, and some bamboo right here. And bamboo will be good when you go enter here. It will be shown here, and you can oversee the pool from here. So I like that idea. So click on finish, and that's how it looks now. So let's stop here for now, continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.